Hey everyone. Silky egg. Olive egger egg. A little bit of a light bloom on it. That's a pretty dark one. Look at the speckles on that one. Alright, this is one that froze. Put it to the side and I'm going to put it in the garden. Just silky eggs. This one does have some speckling on it. Hey there. It's not pulling it up too good, but this is a light green and it's got some speckles on it. Another light green, more speckles. Probably that's from my silver reds. I don't know who lays this one yet, but as soon as I find out, by golly, she's gonna get put with my heavy bloom Moran. That's a pretty dark egger. As soon as it warms up, I'm gonna start figuring out who lays what. This one's got a bloom. It's a pretty dark one. It's one of my blue eggers. Another blue egger. Pretty little speckled one. Silver reds. Another green. Oh, look at this one. It's got purple spots. And a nice bloom. That one's got some pretty spots on it. Okay, now this is going to be the star. It's pink. Now this one, it's an almond, but it looks pink. It's got little white spots. So this is, last day I collected was Tuesday. So this is Tuesday, yesterday, and this morning's. Because I didn't go out yesterday. If you know what a Raylana is, or I think like some places have a duck duck goose, it's time for that. So that's what I worked on yesterday. Olive egger. I love her songs the best. She makes me realize how much I cannot sing. Someone was rude. And the frozen one. So they're pretty with some speckles. If you got any questions or anything, feel free to ask. This one's got a light bloom on it. I think it's out of my purple bloom line from Crosshatch. It's like an iridescent bloom. It's not a very thick one today, but green. As you can tell, I have a lot of green eggers. Oh, there's a thick bloom on that one. Look at that. Sorry, I'm not talented like some girls and can do like the pretty little shapes on them. Okay, look at this one. It's like leopard spots. That one's got a bit of a... I'm not going to torture y'all and sing. Oh, hold on. Got a message from the daycare. Okay. This one's a light pink in real life. I know the camera is never going to pick that up unless I get out my DSR. I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, I have a HTC and I bought her because everyone said that they have really good cameras, but no one mentioned the fact that that's not from dropping. That is actually part of the phone. When it first happened, I was like, oh my gosh, did I drop my phone? Did the kids drop my phone? And went on Reddit and people were like, oh yeah, that model, it happens. So I still, actually it's done being paid for. I just hate getting a new phone with a passion. For someone who used to cell phones, I can't stand it now. So question, every time you watch someone react live to Epic, when it comes to polities and they talk about how much they love polities and you're like, ooh. So if you watch Danny, what do you think of Danny's reaction? Because when I saw, what's his name, Peter, the opera singer guy, when I watched his reaction, he like didn't even catch it. And I was like, oh wow. It totally went over his head. And actually, I know a lot of people hate her, but I like Calypso songs second best. Oh, look at the speckles on this one. And I just have two big bowls down here in the sink that are like room temp water, a little bit of soap. Why am I washing my eggs? Because in the state of Arkansas, to sell your eggs, you have to wash them. And you don't want to wash them in way colder than they are or way warmer, because then that could deal with bacteria in the bloom. But I understand that it is taboo to wash your eggs. And with my own eggs, they will stay out on the counter. But to sell them for eating, I have to wash them. I'm sorry. If someone wants to hatch them, no, obviously I don't have to wash them, but I do charge more. Like I had a teacher at a local school message about wanting some hatching eggs, and I suggested the Suki egg. I said that's going to be the easiest to look through that I have, because obviously you really can't see any development These guys, a little bit easier. This one's got a bit of bloom, but that one, see a lot better. There's a real white egg. See? So if you had a chick growing in there, you could see it a lot easier than you could in one of these. They haven't responded, but they do. I hope they let me know, because I have to send the kids out there more frequently to get them. So right now I'm fighting a couple of youngster chicks who are not realizing that we don't sleep in nesting boxes. And silkies don't chicken. If you have chickens and you have silkies, then you realize silkies don't chicken. You have to have chickens to show silkies how to chicken. Which I do have some silky babies right now, because right before we had that rain, before we had the freeze that we've been dealing with all week, sorry, I discovered that in my paint silky pen, someone had burrowed kind of under their coop and was laying eggs. And it was on the back side, and I don't really go to the back side. I don't have to go to the back side. Everything's up front. And I would still see them all moving, so I didn't notice until I caught someone coming out there, because I was making sure that everybody was covered and everything was ready for the rain so they didn't get soaked. And I said, oh my gosh. And I mean, I had an incubator full of eggs. So yeah. So I have silky babies right now. Just my husband. Sorry. Okay. So all the eggs are soaking. Look at my fridge. I live in my house. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is not one of my favorite songs, by the way. I like the next one. Oh. I'm just... These are my little drying racks. There's one more. It's right up there. It's just after I got hurt, reaching up is hard. So I have to be feeling really, really good to get up there and organize. But I usually dry in these, some flats, and after I'm done drying each time, I've got some vinegar, and that's what I do with the styrofoam ones. I spray them out with vinegar. If anybody's watching and buys 18 counts, can you let me know where you get them from? Because those clear ones right there, I have some people who hate them. They're flimsy. I do more 18s than 12s, but it's easier to find 12s. So I gotta get a washcloth. Sorry, use the wrong terminology. I had to tell my daughter, sorry, use the wrong words. Just some dish towels. So I wash pretty much like every 3 days or so. Gives the time the flats to dry because I put them out in the sun. Haha, the little sun we get right now, to help just disinfect anything. Now to wash the eggs. just making sure that the spots are spots and not little surprises. I didn't know until I watched a review that the voice of, cannot say his name, his son, is singing along with Penelope. So that's kind of why I like to watch reviews, are just other people's opinions. Because sometimes people can catch something you don't catch. Is that a... Oh, yep. Crack I missed. Another thing about washing them, it helps you find any cracks. That's another egg for the garden. Oh, my garden was like off the chain last year, even though I didn't get to do as much as I wanted. Oh, that's my boy. Dark cherry.
You know my years is living. It isn't very often that I get this song. I try to steer it away, but then you cross the line. I've been so great, and yet you hurt down of mine. That's right, the time that you made line is mine. Without a choice and without a doubt, get the festival between with the sun down. I'm gonna make you bleed, I need to see you down. Get you for you, so I need to make you learn how ruthlessness it makes you fun of them. Ruthlessness it makes you fun of them. You are the worst kind of good, 'cause you're not even great. A freak who wins the false righteousness, that's what I hate.
Oh yeah, and the bloom comes back as it dries. My bowl done. Bowl two. Ooh, too hot. There we go. Yes, my hands get cold while doing this. It's not cold outside. Smells like a giant quail egg. Oh! Fairy egg. It does have dirt on it. I have a little plant up here and I put my fairy eggs in this little plant. And then I found a fairy silky egg. You probably can't even hear me over the music. Sorry. Cracking that one. No, just a scratch.
All I gotta do is open this bag. What?
In case you haven't watched Anyone Who Said, what he just quoted back to Odie is a variant pretty much of what Odie told the Cyclops. We're not going to talk about how many times I listened to it before I figured out, wait a minute, isn't that what he told the Cyclops? I'm slow, okay? I usually don't get to listen to music except while cleaning or at work if I'm not listening to podcasts. So I'm like, look, I'm a white girl. I gotta listen to the weather or about people getting unalive. It's what we do. Which I have a theory as to why us white women really love that. Okay, at least my generation. Younger generations, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, what did we have growing up? They had Goosebumps. I was like, before Goosebumps, okay? But we had Goosebumps. I mean, sorry, my bad. They had Goosebumps. What did we have? We had Christopher Pike and like Fear Street. That is why we're obsessed with documentaries. Alright, let's just face it. Some comments in the slides were filtered. Aww. Look, Elon, even if you were real, I do not want to be your 14th baby mama. I'm too old for you, honey. Even if I wasn't, I'm too old for you. Alright. Same thing with Mark. I've seen some of your work with those Teslas. No. I'm not your taste. I'm not a socialite. And who else do I get? Keanu Reeves. For a while, I was having too much fun with all those scammers. But, sorry, I've been standing up, using my shoulder a lot. I just haven't been in the mood to deal with them lately, so I've just been leaving them on red. I'll get in a mood to be messaging them about my supposed foot fetish. which I don't really like feet. So it's kind of funny. It's like, I don't like feet, but I will pretend just to see if I can disgust you enough to stop messaging me. Like one guy, his name was, what was his fake name? Steve Rogers. And I was like, oh, I didn't even acknowledge the Marvel thing. And he was like, what do you do for money? And I said, oh, because he wanted me to call him Daddy. I said, oh, Daddy, you want to know what I do for money? I sew costumes for Captain America. He said, you lie. I said, what, women can't sew? Yeah, I do. I sew costumes for cosplayers for Captain America. How dare you say women can't sew? I bet your feet aren't even cute, you liar. I ought to do that one time. Just read all the weird stuff. And in the horrible accent, I say it too. I mean, it's bad. My husband is like, leave the room when I start messing with him because I laugh so hard. Because I have watched too many, like Scam Baiter and stuff. So, oh no! Did I crack it? Microsoft went down 10 points. Another one for the garden. Blue egger. Almost done. Almost done, and then I will have survived my second life. Maybe I will not become as boring later on. But I have 2 small children who are very loud, and I don't want them on a lot. I mean, you'll look at a couple of videos and you will see them, but I don't want them the main focus. My daughter, I did have her wrecked when she was younger, and then just I had some losses and just got really, really, really bad depressed and just kind of dropped out of it, and then had my son, and I do miss using my camera all the time, even though I am a point and pray. Okay. Let me dry my hands off. Because I know nobody has been sitting here the whole time. Remember I talk about the blooms come back? As it's drying, the bloom is coming back. I didn't know that. And here's this other one. Let me see if I can do what the cool girls do. There, I got kind of a heart. Oh, it's a Mickey Mouse. Okay, well, now it's a Mickey Mouse egg.
And I call this fruit holy moly.
So let me see. I think my personal favorites of this batch, this speckled here, without mentioning blooms, and this one. It's much darker in life. Like, it's really dark up here. And my daughter would pick this one because she would say it's got leopard spots. Goodness.
Hermes. Don't thank me, friend. You very well may die. Good luck.
There we go. Yeah, I have this brush, and I put soap on it before I start, and when I wash laundry, it gets bleached. That's the chicken brush. So, thanks for joining me. Hopefully this was over an hour because I had to get over an hour. And see you later. Bye. We seldom get a warm welcome, so I must ask just to be sure. Did you do something to them? All I did was reveal their true form. You turned them into pigs.